What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Listen.
Ryan Garcia, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm putting the money up right now. If Ryan Garcia can beat Rolly, I give him 200,000 cash. He's gonna fight Rolly. I give him 200,000 cash if he beat Rolly. Now once he lose to Rolly, I don't want him to ever say Tank name again. He gonna get up.
Right. So, Floyd Mayweather, he called it. He absolutely called it. He knew something that we didn't know. He knew Rolando Rolly Romero, former WBA junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer now, would beat King Ryan Garcia, Mexican superstar title contender. And last night, they fought, and Rolando Rolly Romero shocked the world as a massive underdog and absolutely dominated Ryan Garcia. Rolly Romero was uncharacteristically very, very patient. We haven't seen Rolly Romero that patient. Why did everybody give Ryan Garcia the edge? Because of the hand speed, the left hook, and the power, and being bigger, and Rolando Rolly Romero not being defensively responsible. Those are the two main factors that factored in for many people to pick Ryan Garcia to beat Rolly. And let's be real, you're going to have a lot of Monday morning quarterbacks, a lot of people that suddenly had a crystal ball and felt like Rolly was going to win the fight. And everybody now knows Rolly was going to win. With that said, I knew and heard that Floyd Mayweather knew this, as he stated. And my brother Ray Davis, shouts out to Ray Davis, because I hadn't heard anybody on these platforms scream to the heavens outside of Floyd Mayweather and Ray Davis that Rolly Romero was going to beat Ryan Garcia. With that said, the truth is, when you watch Ryan Garcia against Ishmael Barroso, he looked terrible. When you watch Rolly Romero against Ishmael Barroso, he looked terrible. And he arguably lost. He won a controversial win. When you watched him against Isaac Pitbull Cruz, he got stopped. He looked terrible. He got knocked out by Tank Davis. He arguably lost to Jackson Mariñez early in his career. He's not fundamentally sound. So what you saw last night was a shock to the world. Once again, everybody has these crystal balls. When Lamont Roach put up the fight that he did and arguably beat Tank Davis March 1st, suddenly the next day everybody knew Lamont Roach was great and going to beat Tank. It's a lie. Vegas opened up as a 25-1 favorite in favor of Tank Davis. The night of the fight, it was 15-1 for a reason. For a reason. Now, if he gets knocked out, then everybody says it's a cherry pick. Everybody cried foul when Isaac Pitbull Cruz pulled out the Ryan Garcia fight and Rolly was the late replacement, and everybody said it was a cherry pick for Ryan Garcia to just look great and get a beautiful knockout in his comeback fight after being suspended for testing positive for Ostarine and being out the ring for a year. Everybody said that this was a cherry pick en route to the rematch with Devin Haney. And that Devin Haney had the hardest fight on the card against Jose Ramirez. Now suddenly Rolly beats Ryan Garcia. Now he had the toughest fighter on the card because Devin Haney dominates Jose Ramirez. Whether you like the performance or not, he had a lot of ring rust. He used a lot of unnecessary excessive movement and didn't capitalize on the openings that was there. But again, he was out the ring for a year. He took punishment in the ring. Everybody's talking about the ring rust with Ryan Garcia. Nobody talks about the ring rust when it comes to Devin Haney. Isn't that ironic? He just ran. But he was the one that took the punishment for a guy who was proven to be a cheat in Ryan Garcia on performance enhancers. And everybody said that it was a mistake for him to fight Jose Ramirez because he's going to get knocked out by Jose Ramirez. That was the toughest fight on the card. outside of Tio and Barboza. Now, all of a sudden, Ryan Garcia had the toughest fight on the card. It's amazing boxing. But again, like I said, kudos to Rolly Romero for being defensively responsible, for being strategic, and for being patient. We never saw that for the adjustments he made in his career. We never saw that from Rolly. When he fought Tank, he was overly aggressive. That's why he got knocked out. He wasn't defensively responsible, and he wasn't being technical. He squared up, he rushed in on Tank, and he got knocked out. He did the same thing with Ishmael Barroso. He got dropped in that fight and arguably was getting ready to get knocked out. And he got knocked out by Isaac Pitbull Cruz. So now suddenly everybody understood that Rolly was going to beat Ryan Garcia. Stop it. Floyd Mayweather called this years ago. And I'll give Floyd Mayweather his flowers for continuously saying that Rolly will beat Ryan Garcia. And I will give Ray Davis, my brother Ray Davis, his flowers because he was one of the few people that said this. Not on a limb. Not because I could play, I get a lot of people saying, look, I bet on Rolly. Well, you could put $50 on Rolly when the odds are so different. It's a win-win. You don't win, you lose $50. You win, you hit big. Come on. Let's be real. But let's see what's next for Rolly. I would like to see Devin versus Rolly. Ryan get back in the win column, and then Devin versus Ryan rematch in October. Let's see how this unfolds and plays. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. I'm gone. Peace.